Hey everyone, my name is Vova Zeeon and I'm a stand-up comic from Ukraine who lives for 2 years in Canada. And here is my podcast called Draftful Dodger. I'm happy to introduce you this first episode of my podcast. Actually, I'm not happy. I'm just full of hate and misunderstanding what's going on. So here are my drafts and my observation in the regular Canadian day, in a regular Canadian week probably, and that period of time that I lived in here. I'm talking about comedy, I'm talking about my real life and all that shit. So let's roll. So I've been thinking, what should I start with? And I've recently been called a dodger. You know, the dodger who just dodges from the draft of serving in the armed forces and all that stuff. And you know what? I'm actually a dodger. I'm not ashamed of it because, I understand that I have any kind of cognitive abilities to get it right, that I have a right to live, and there is no save button in that life. So I can't save my progress and I can't go on with that. And it's even more interesting because I'm 32 years old and my progress, which I can ironically call, it's not a progress at all. I mean, I'm 32, I have nothing at all in my life except the shitty job, a lot of money to spend for rent, and of course a lot of people who surround me and who doesn't give a fuck if I disappear. And yeah, that's pretty interesting stuff because Canadians are so polite. They're not trying to offend you. They are trying to make you comfortable and feel safe in their space, which always reminds me of TTC, where it's we are the safe space in here. So if you see something, say something. And that made me think, okay, I need to say something about the shit that's going on in here. And yeah, probably I would be a little bit rude, a little bit honest, but that's my truth. You don't have to listen to it if you don't want, but I need to spit it out from me, because I'm not doing too many shows, and I think it's not only the problem of me. So everybody is not trying to risk in comedy anymore. So here is the thing and my observations about Canadian politeness. So I've arrived to Canada in March 2024. I fled from the war, and to be honest, I've been growing up on, that kind of image that Canada has in it. I watched tons of movies, back in Ukraine, a lot of Western culture about America, about Canada, and I also seen those movies as some kind of oriented thing that I would like to live in. I didn't understand what's behind that. I was trying to get my own emotion, my own state, and my own understanding to that kind of level, because I've seen all the people are so cheerful, they're helpful, and yeah, all that stuff. But my discoveries as soon as I came up in here was a little bit confusing, because I've discovered that here is the thing that is called small talk. When you need to talk to people just in a cheerful manner and don't give a fuck about actually what's going on in there. It's you're trying to save your face in front of the court where you're just having the divorce. I mean, basically you need to have those papers, you need to have that opportunity, so you need to fake it, you need to make everything so polite, everything so smooth, you're talking to your partner that actually hates you, or you're hating that partner, and you need to make judge understand that you actually have nothing to share anymore. You're just a polite citizen who gives his papers and takes his papers and just cuts all the connections with the person that you're divorcing with. So that was the first understanding of like how does it work. But the first experience of that small talk was actually when I just arrived and I went to Tim Hortons and I tried to talk to make an order, and there was a guy behind the counter and he was like, "Oh, hello sir, how are you doing?" And I said, "Hey, I'm doing great, thank you for asking, and what about you?" And he completely ignored me. Like that was my first shattering understanding that people actually don't give a fuck about how are you and what are you doing in that. You know, the difference is that they won't show it to you. Like people in Ukraine, they got used to that, like as you supposed to say, Slavic stare, when we have that absolutely numb face. We are not giving a shit about what's going on. But actually the face is not numb, it's just relaxed. And if someone hates you, they are showing it to you. Like they are showing that they hate you. So here's the thing, like even if someone hates you here in Canada, they can't show it due to that policy of, you know, like working in a public space, working in a service. So that's the most delusional thing about me and about my understanding, and I tried to reach to those people. I tried to understand that how can I integrate in that society, how can I just get in there and be the part of it, be so happy, be so, you know, like kind of inspired with those daily things that I'm feeling. And I just have a new experience in this country. But yeah, it made me feel a little bit more like shit, which basically means that I am. And like no one gives a fuck about you in here. That's so understandable now. And even if I will disappear, as I said before, like no one will give a fuck about you. Like I'm going daily to the open mics. I'm trying to like take a break now from it because I got burned within, and I feel that I have that you know, exhaustion. That's how you call that in English. I feel that exhaustion, and I need to not only try the new material but spit out the thoughts that I have. I need to understand what's going on. So the second time I faced that absolutely like absolute fakeness of Canadian politeness was when I've been in the grocery store. I tried to do my groceries, and there was a man, there was not a cashier, but like there was a yeah, probably cashier, I guess. He was like, you know, scanning my items too quick, so I cannot put it like into the bag so quickly as well. And I've seen that there is a huge line just behind me, and I was like panicking and getting anxious because like if you're holding the line, that means that people are hating you. In the line, cashier hates you. Behind the counter, because like, oh my god, you had so much time, why didn't you do that? So they used that politeness like to say fuck you in a gentle way, you know, like take your time, no worries. And I feel that. I felt like I've been hated a lot for doing that stuff. I've heard those gasping people which were like how much time do you need to like pack your stuff? And also there is a difference between Canadian vibe and Ukrainian. As soon as you're not like on time with packing your stuff at the grocery store, they're like, can you be please a little bit faster, because you know, like you're holding the line, we need to move, and you're feeling more uncomfortable with that. But here is a completely different thing, like take your time, no worries, can I help you? And they are like slyly hoping that they won't help you at all. And yeah, that's, I think, my first understanding of how Canadian politeness and fakeness are collaborating together. And here's another stuff that I've also noticed about Canadian politeness. As a comic, I'm just going to the different open mics, and sometimes you're trying something new, you're experimenting. And the thing is that there is like a lot of comics who already like done it for a couple of years or even more, and they don't give a fuck about you as well. So I'm not trying like to judge them or whatever, but every single thing that they are trying to do is like to talk to you in the most cheerful manner with that honey voice, especially if you were like doing your set and a couple of jokes landed, but like in general you were bombing. And you can't just come and ask, hey dude, how was my set? Can you just, share something with me about it? And they're going, you did good, like good set, bro. And just the fist bump, in my opinion, that would be much more interesting and honest if you will give me the constructive criticism. Oh my god, my language starts to suffer as my brain as well. Yeah, so if that criticism just gives you more understanding where you're going, and the reaction of the audience was completely different. I've seen like a bunch of comics who were just doing their best jokes, like performing at the open mic. Sometimes it landed well, they killed it, but at some point they were like just bombing as fuck, and also their friends were just laughing back at the room, and after that they were like, good set, and I've seen that comic felt like a complete shit because he understood that it was a lie for him, and they were just so desperate for those laughs that they already got from the previous open mics or previous booked shows. But yeah, if you're doing your material, if you're doing your own understanding of comedy, you need to also understand that there would be no relevant feedback each time. When you're trying completely different stuff and experimenting on the delivery, on an act out, or whatever it can be, just absurd material or whatever, you are trying to express yourself. And here is the trap that also made me notice that, if you are trying to chase the laughs in the audience, you are not trying to develop. Yeah, that's it. You're not trying to make the progress in the whole thing. As soon as you got your laughs, you already understand that you're a murderer, you're a killer, you're a star, and and then the contrast of bombing after you felt you're a star brings you down. I feel the same every single time I'm just performing on the stage, and I feel that it just burns me from the outside if I didn't get any kind of laughs. But here's my drafts for today. I hope I will just go on with that, and who knows, probably I will get better with my own self-reflection or not. Okay, it was a Draftful Dodger. See you next time.